Now, here we are on part 7 of the Manhattan Minstrel's basic music, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break my normal way of teaching. I'm going to show you some other melodies and things for a while to interest you, to hold your interest for a moment, and then we'll get back to the theory part of music and what you should learn about harmonies and things. We were in C before. We just finished a part of I Want to Be Happy. Well, let's stay in C and just use those simple chords again with something. You could use it on a tune like just because you think you're so happy, or whatever the song is, it's just because. And the melody just goes down to the major 7 down to the 6th. Just because you think you're so happy, just because you think you're so... Now it goes to that G7, which could be this one, or the ones I showed you with the open G here, or the alternate, which leaves the G out, so it could be just because you think you're so honey. Oh, that's what it is. Just because you think you're so hot. Now you're on the G7, let it go. Just because you goes down to the G on the D string. Just because you think you got something. That's going through the A down to the G. Just because you think you got something that nobody. That's a G9. You got the A in it. Nobody else back up the B has got. You can go down to C and just play it one finger and have C and 2 G's ringing, or you can play it in the second inversion with an E on the bottom. E, C, G. You got your C and G's in either way. So it's just because you think you're so funny, just because you think you're so hot, just because you think you got something that nobody else has got. I see I can throw things in. Just because you think all your money. Now here comes the C7. Da, 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 Sally. Now the 7 I added in was the B flat over here. Since I've got the C melody, I can't use this B flat here because that B flat there would be up here. And I can't reach that high in that chord. So you got to know where they are, all the notes are on the neck. So I've gone down to, I've gone to the B flat here on the G string. So it's because you just old Santa Claus goes to F with the A open, F, because the A is the 3rd. Now it goes up to the C. I'm telling you, up to the F minor. Can you reach it? With the 6th. Honey, I'm up to the C and 2nd inversion, or you could just play it with the C and G out here and let the G and C ring down here. I'm through with you. Down to the A7. The G note in the A7 inside, alternate, because G7 can be played a million ways. You can be played this way, letting the A string open, because you do that for a C and that for the D, that for the C7. And the 7 is down here on the G string, this way. Or you can play it very simply out here by playing the F sharp, which is a 3rd of the D, E, F sharp, G, A, and the C below it on the G. It's F sharp on the C string, almost to the G. F sharp, and then you've got the C, that's the 7th of the D7 chord. You got the D and the A open, so it's that's a D7, and you can go to a G7 with a 9, which is very usable. All those things are extremely usable. Then back to the just because. You could do a million tunes that way. That's just all I'm showing you. You can with those chords. For example, like everywhere you go, right? Sunshine follows, right? Down to the C, to the B, and the G7 chord. So it's everywhere you go. That goes up to the 6th. Sunshine, back down to the G, fall, and down to the C. Also you to the B, you, right? You know that everywhere, in the D minor, everywhere you go, skies are always blue. The E flat to the C, right? Now, that's a little more complicated in itself, but it's all there under the C, and G. Now, I could fatten it up by doing this. If I want like, I could get to major 7 everywhere, you, down to the 6, you go, down, you gotta like, everywhere you go, right? You could do that, which would be out here if you were just playing the chords. Everywhere you go. G. See how the line moves? Now that's what we'll learn later, because you're moving through the scale. C, major 7th, the B, 6th, the A, down to the 5th, right? C, it's all right there. So all that stuff is movable. What you have to learn is the basic chords and how they work. And I'll show you later on how these chords move like that. Now the tenor banjo in particular is very akin to modern music because it moves, makes a cycle of fifths just chromatically, down, whatever. But we'll learn all that stuff later. All that stuff is for later. For now, I just wanted to show you that you can do a million little things, little melodies and little songs. If you learn the melody, you gotta know where the melody is on the instrument. Learn the melody from the lead sheets, and then the harmonies. We're just using simple harmonies now, all right? We're not using, and when I write out lead sheets, I don't write them with complicated. I write major 7ths and 6ths and those things because you'll learn to do that yourself later. And people call that part of your arrangement. I don't make arrangements. I just play music. And whatever comes out is musically what is there. And if you want to call that an arrangement, well, it is. But an arrangement is something you don't need to worry about. Forget about what they call arrangements and things like that, because now you're learning picture music again. Forget picture music. You don't need arrangements. Arrangers belong to arrangers and orchestrators, which usually they do with orchestras and things. It's just moving lines in this kind of music, whatever, that creates it. And forget it being called an arrangement. Bye for now.